In 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, today I'll be showing you my Chandra historic or modern deck. I don't know how they is categorized because I'm playing with the Magic the Arena, or I think it's historic. That's how they are putting that, because there's no modern like that. But anyway, I'm gonna be showing you my Chandra deck. Like I said, I'm back in Magic the Gathering because of, it's cheap, it's fun, and, product-wise it's been good so far. Like Yugi, and stuff like that. But yeah, this is the first video that I'm going to be doing of Magic the Gathering, a deck profile, or library, whatever. But yeah, this is a 60 card deck for, historic. I think historic. I think correct. Is that how I say it? Because my friends always say, "Oh, let's play modern," and I was like, oh, "Okay." So I thought this is modern stuff like that, and it's cheap, it's fun. If you want to play standard, it's good for you. Go play standard, but because I am playing, I wanted to play something weird and fun and different, and cheap. Well, this was actually super cheap. I gotta say, super cheap. So what's the purpose of the deck? So this is a Chandra deck, or Chandra Tribal, or whatever people they call it, and that. But I just call it a Chandra deck. So easy enough. This is a deck to just summon a lot of Chandras. You guessed it. We are summoning this Flame Babe to the field, and we can summon multiple of Chandras and use their abilities to basically ruin and make people rage quit. I have done this in the past with in the Magic Arena. I tested this, and I was waiting for these cards to come in via mail or go to my locals to find these. I am missing 2 copies of a card, but I actually found 2 good suitable replacements, and if you want to, I will tell you suitable replacements for this and stuff like that. And pretty much, pretty cool. So and obviously I got a new camera. This is, I think, it's now running at 4K 60 frames per second, if I'm correct. If it looks nice, let me know if it's good and stuff. Look at that. Yeah, pretty much cost me pretty penny. But anywho, so let's start with the basic things. Like, let's talk with the lands. Let's start with this. So for basic, we're running 20 basic lands. Just basic lands, basic lands. Basic. 20 basic lands. That's suitable for that. And for the other thing, in the other lands, we're running a total of 24. So 20 basic lands, and then we're running 4 copies of this Mobilized District. This thing is really cool, and this thing ruins. People don't expect this card. Like, I see people, like, when they are touching things, like, wait, what does this do? What does this do? What does this do? It looks like that they don't know what they're looking at. But such a cheap card and such a good card. So it just adds a 1 mana, of void mana. Then it reads, pay 4. Mobilized Districts becomes a 30 citizen creature with vigilance until the end of this turn. If it's still a land. This ability costs 1 less active for each legendary creature or planeswalker you control. So easy enough, if you have 2, 3, or 4 Chandras, well, the cost of that will go down. So if you have like 4 Chandras, you don't pay anything. You literally don't pay anything. I've done this, and it's so stupid, but I love it. It's so good. But it's so good for this because if you're playing like a full, a lot of legendary creatures, or a deck filled with planeswalkers, this is really the card because you have a free creature. That technically it's not a creature, but it's a land that has a 3/3 and has vigilance, which is really good. And yes, if you play this, it does go with Summoning Sickness. So yes, it does have that. So do be wary of that. This does have Summoning Sickness. And yes, if this card is destroyed, when they block it or anything like that, or they kill it, it does go into the graveyard. So in your grave. So obviously in the end it goes back, which is good because you can recycle this, and it's really nice. So 4 copies of this. This is really cool card. I think this cost me like the whole set like $1, which is really nice. And love my locals. Thank you guys for the cards. Now let's start for the main stuff. Like now let's talk about the main stuff. Now let's go for the Planeswalkers because we are gonna talk about a lot of them. So first, we're starting off with 4 copies of Chandra, the Acolyte of Fire. This is a 3-cost mana. It requires 2 reds and 1 non color mana, or it could be whatever. You never know what it is. It could be whatever, depending on what you want to play. An Isa deck, which is red and blue, or black and red, whatever you want to play. So it has a loyalty counter of 4, and this is a very nice card. I gotta say, love this card. So the first loyalty is 0. Put a loyalty counter on each red planeswalker you control. So this is really good. So you have multiple Chandras and you use like their minus loyalty counters. This will give it a bump, but obviously that's not what you're using for. Not that much. What you're using is the other one. These other 0 loyalty counter is create 2 red elemental creatures, and I will give you a demonstration of what they are. 2 elemental creatures. Yes, these 2 little guys. You make 2 of them, and they are a 1/1 1/1. And they have gain haste for this turn. Sacrifice them at the beginning of the next end phase. So easy enough. You have 2 free 1/1 creatures with haste that you can just bloosh at your opponent. Yes, bloosh. You bloosh them. You bloosh them. And yeah, 2 damage. Yeah, one of them is foil. Yeah, one of them is foil. Is not one. I'm still missing like 1 more copy of this because of the little stupid combo you can make with this. But yeah. So yeah, 4 copies of that Chandra. Yeah, I'm taking them. I'll just take them because it's a lot of Chandras we're going to be talking about. So next up, we're running 4 copies of, if I can put this right, there we go, 4 copies of Chandra, the Novice Pyramids. Nice. She is a 4 cost. It requires 1 red mana and 3 whatever color mana. Now she has a loyalty counter of 5. I gotta say, this was the hardest, the 4th copy to get this. It was super hard because there was all these people like 3 ofs and 2 ofs, 3 ofs, 2 ofs, 3 ofs, 2 ofs. So I had to buy 3 ofs, and then a guy had a 1 up, and then I bought it super cheap. So let's talk about her loyalty counters. Loyalty counter 5. Her first loyalty, +1. Elemental creatures you control get +2 until the end of this turn. So easy enough, like I said, with the with Acolyte, bring out those 2 tokens, these bad boys, and use the first loyalty counter of Novice Pyromancer, and they become a 2 3s. That's 6 right there. 6, man. 6. That's a lot of damage. Now her minus. The first minus is -1. Add 2 reds, which is red manas, which is nice. This actually helps you bring out more of your Chandra plays overall in the game. So bring out some more Chandras and more Chandras and more Chandras, which is nice. Then the next minus loyalty counter is Chandra Novice Pyromancer deals 2 damage to any target. So cool about this is that because it's any target, if your opponent already built like a giant board and they only have 2 lives, and they already tapped up all their mana, and I mean all of it, pew, you just pew, 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 you pew them with 2, which is funny. But yeah, 4 copies of her. The next Chandra we're playing. Yeah, we're not done with Chandras. We're playing 4 copies of Chandra, the Fire Arcanist. This was the first Chandra because I started playing Magic the Gathering, I think in Ravnica. Ravnica was really good. I really did enjoy it. And then the other Ravnica, War of Sparks, and the other ones I did enjoy it. And this was like amazing. I gotta say, this was really fun. I like this a lot. I really do. So what am I saying? So she is a 4 cost, 2 reds and 2 whatever color. She has a loyalty counter of 4. I remember when this was 24 bucks. This cost me when I bought them originally $24, but now they're like super cheap. but it's okay. I love this Planeswalker, but I will tell you this. Whenever one... Okay, so Chandra has a unique ability, then we're going to be talking about the plus loyalty counters. The first, the special ability of it is whenever one or more loyalty counters are removed from Chandra, Fire Artist, she deals that much damage to the target opponent or Planeswalker. So easy enough if you attack her or use the ability to take off loyalty counters or whatever, that damage bounces to your opponent, which is nice. No, when you exile it or destroy the creature, does not activate overall because it's not taking loyalty counters. It's just destroying it or leaves the field or bounces the field, whatever. So yeah, pretty much it. Now for the +1. The +1 is exile the top card from your library and you play it this turn. So the good thing about this is that you can win the next turn because obviously you did summon her because she's a 4-cost, and if you don't have that much mana, do not use this at all. Use it for the next turn. It's good because if in your opponent's turn, if he or she attacks it, yeah, you lost 2 loyalty counters, but you deal 2 damage to your opponent, which is nice. Then the -7 cost, which is like the best of all. Exile the top 7 cards from your library. You may play them this turn. The great thing about this, if you reach this loyalty counter at 7, like that. That's a lot of damage. 7 damage is boom. That's a lot. And I've done this, and it's really good. Yeah, so 4 copies of her. Now, I will be telling you which are... now, for the last Chandras... Yeah, playing 1 copy of Chandra the Awakening Inferno. So, I couldn't get the other 2 because they are... really odd to get. Or, like, the price range is not right for it. So, I did pull 1 of these. So this is mine from me pulling it. So let's talk about her, shall we? Chandra the Awakened Fire. She's a 6-cost. Yes, she's a big Chandra. A big lady. In a good sense in a good way. The special ability of this card is this spell cannot be countered, which means that all her loyalty counters cannot be countered by negate or cancel or any of the cards that counters the spells of a creature, which is nice. The first she has a loyalty counter of 6. Now let's read the first loyalty. +2. Each opponent gets an emblem with at the beginning of the upkeep. The emblem deals 1 damage to you. So easy enough. You give this emblem to your opponent. So yeah, I had this. So I have this because I have it. So obviously, people don't have. So it says here right there at the beginning of the damage. Oh, if the camera focus, there we go. At the beginning of your upkeep, this emblem deals 1 damage to you. So you give this emblem to your opponent, and yeah, you can give this multiple times each turn and increase the damage, which is nice. There we go. -3. Chandra the Awakened Fire. Chandra the Awakened Inferno deals 3 damage to each non-elemental creature. So easy enough. This kills a lot of non-elemental creatures or make them very weak, and it's super funny when I see it. That's funny. Now the other one, which is the -X meaning the amount of loyalty counters you put on it, that's how much will be affected of. So Chandra the Awakening Inferno deals X damage to target creature or Planeswalker. If a permanent deals damage this way, would be this way. Exile instead. So if I give 3 loyalty counters for the X, I deal 3 damage to the opponent or a creature, and if the creature dies, it's exile instead, which is really cool. So yeah, I would love to play 2 more copies of this, but obviously I do not have the 2 copies. That's the 1 card I'm missing. Technically, yeah, it's 2 cards I'm missing of her, but it's actually 1 copy. It's 2 copies of her, but you know what I mean. But obviously, I'll be playing her at 1 until I can get the other ones. But I do have this, so where there's a will and there's a way. So I do have other Chandras. So I have like a lot of Chandras. So we're gonna be playing 1 copy of Chandra the Flames of Catalyst. That is, wow, that is, you can see that right in the camera, like that's a lot of shimmer in the foil. This is another 6 cause she's a decent Chandra, don't get me wrong, but she has a loyalty counter of 5. the first ability of her first loyalty counter is Chandra the Flame Callus deals 3 damage to each opponent, which is nice, which is not bad. 3 damage to your opponent, which is a +1, which is nice. The -2 is you may target a red instant or sorcery card from your graveyard. If that spell would put into your graveyard this turn, exile instead. So yeah, which is pretty cool, I gotta say. It's kind of interesting, but mostly you're using that first ability that much. Then the cost 8. Discard your hand, then draw 7 cards until the end of the turn. You may cast spells from your hand without paying their mana cost, which is really good to reach that 8 counters, because you can discard that hand, and if you draw some really good any of your instances, creatures, or whatever, it's really good. Any of your spells are really good. Now for the last Chandra is one of these the lady. Chandra the Torch of Defiance. Obviously, you guys know what Chandra the Torch of Defiance is. I found out recently what she does, and this thing is amazing. And she has like 4 loyalties. That is nuts. Obviously, this is for fun. She's a cost 4. She's a cost 4, 2 reds and two whatever colors. She has a loyalty counter of 4. Now, the first loyalty counter. First loyalty counter is +1. Exile the top card in your library. You may cast that card. If you did not, Chandra the Torch of Defiance deals 2 damage to each opponent, which is nice, I gotta say, and I love that artwork. Now the other +1 is add 2 red manas to your mana pool. Love it. And you know what that means? More mana, more Chandras. Now the -3 is Chandra the Torch of Defiance deals 4 damage to a target creature. Nice. And the -7, you get an emblem. Whenever you cast a spell, this emblem deals 5 damage to target creature or player, which is kind of stupid, but yeah, I love it. It's like the same with this. I think they did the same with this one, because obviously this is an older card. They used this ability, you know, to make it like that, but obviously they lowered the damage / the effect of what it is, so you can get a +2 and, you know, stuff like that, which is pretty good, I gotta say. Obviously, yeah, you can swap these for anything you want, any kind of Chandras you want. I did order a couple more of these because I just want a playset of her because she looks nice. But yeah, I will be getting those 2 cards, those 2 copies of her in another time, another place. But yeah, it's really good to just experiment with different Chandras either way to make it more more unique the deck. So yeah, whatever you want to play, you can play the other Chandras. They're in all of Magic, whatever you want. But these are the Chandras that I like a lot. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that. So that's pretty much it for the Chandras. Yes, we're done with the Chandras. We're playing a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 Chandras. I'm sorry that I counted them right now because I forgot to count them. The guy who was making the video forgot to count his Chandras. But now, let's talk about the other the creatures that we're playing. We're playing 4 copies of Chandra's Ember Cat, which is really nice. The cat is a 2 cost, 1 red and 1 whatever color. It's a 2/2, and we're gonna be reading the flavor text because it's fun. Furball. Try dealing with a fireball. Chandra Nara, which is nice. So, what is the power of this cat? Well, it reads that tap at one red spend this mana only to cast an elemental spell or a Chandra's Planeswalker spell. So what does that mean? So any elemental creatures you use, you can use this red mana for their cost, for their abilities, or their summon, including the same thing with a Planeswalker. You can use the spell, that mana, to summon or cast the summon of a Planeswalker, which is nice. Yeah, so 4 copies of that, and boom. It's pretty good for that. But yeah, 4 copies of the Ember Cat. Now, the next and last creature, we're playing 4 copies of Bone Crusher Giant. Yes, you can see that. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have 3 regular Bone Crusher Giant and then 1 alternative art. I did not know that I had an alternate art of Bone Crusher. Like, I was just like crushing, like, you know, like searching in my my binders and my boxes, and just like, oh wait, I had this. I didn't know. And then I just ordered the other last 3 ones, and just, you know, yeah. Love this artwork. So this is Bone Crusher Giant. This is a really good card. It's a 3 cost. It requires 1 red mana and 2 whatever color. It's a 4/3, and this is a really good card. And then you have the Adventure, which is nice. Adventure is really good. So let's read the Adventure because it is. Let's read for the Adventure. Yeah, the Adventure. So for the Adventure is Stomp, a 1 red and 1 whatever color. Damage cannot be prevented this turn. Stomp deals 2 damage to any target. This is really good because if your opponent gonna try to knock that damage, it's really good. Saying you're gonna do this. Oh, you summon a creature to start. No, 2 damage, and you can't counter it or whatever, which is really good. But yeah, pretty good. Then it's normal ability, but obviously we're gonna be reading the flavor text of what it is. Not every tale ends in glory. That is correct. Okay, now for the creature's ability. Whenever Bone Crusher Giant becomes the target of a spell, Bone Crusher Giant deals 2 damage to the spell's controller. So easy enough. If you target Bone Crusher by a spell, that damage is going to bounce 2 damage to you. So yeah, great. And yeah, this is a really good card. 4 copies of that. Now let's talk about the sorceries. For the sorceries, we're only playing 4 copies of Lava Coil. Yeah, Lava Coil is really good. I remember using this in my original standard mono red deck. This was really good. So it's a 2 cost, 1 red and whatever color. And the flavor text is: Commander, we caught the Demir spy and look her ashes into custody. Ashes into custody. Custody. What? Custody. Custody. What is custody? What is custody, man? Can somebody tell me what custody is? And then it was told by Cram Woljerk, security officer. Okay. Now Lava Coil deals 4 damage to a target creature. If that creature would die this turn, exile instead. Pretty cool. Pretty good card. Pretty good. I like it a lot. 4 copies of that. Then for the instances, we're playing 3 copies of our best card in the best card in the game. Shock. I'm gonna shock you. Yeah, shock. 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 Shock requires 1 red mana. Flavor text says the tools of invention become the weapon of revolution. That is true. I really do like that artwork of Shock. Shock deals 2 damage to any target. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So 3 copies of that. Next is 3 copies of Chandra's Triumph. I really want to get a 4 copy of this because this is a really good card. Chandra's Triumph is a 2 cost, a red and a whatever color, and it reads: flavor text: her triumph came not from achieving her ideal self, but from rejecting the idea of perfection. Ooh. Now, let's do what it does. Chandra's Triumph deals 3 damage to the target creature or planeswalker and the opponent to an opponent's control. Chandra's Triumph deals 5 damage to a permanent instead if you control a Chandra planeswalker. That's why we're playing a lot of planeswalkers of Chandra, so we can get this 5 damage, and it's really good. That's why I wanted 4 copy of this. 4 copy, come on. Hashtag 4 copy. And now for the last cards, we're playing we're playing some artifacts. Artifacts. We're playing 3 legendary artifacts. We're playing 3 Chandra's Regulator. So yeah, this is a really good card. I was debating on playing the 4th, but the 4th is not good at all. 3 copies of this is really good because you see this a lot in your hand. It's a 2 cost. It's one red and one whatever color. It's a legendary artifact. This is, yeah. And it reads, whenever you activate a loyalty ability of Chandra's Planeswalker, you may pay 1 mana. If you do copy that ability, you may choose a new target for the copy. So what does this do? So easy enough. You can do this. Here's Chandra, the Acolyte Flame. And sorry, that was Discord. You activate Chandra's loyalty ability to create 2 of these. This activates. You pay 1 to create at the 2 more elemental tokens. Yes, I'm missing 1 more. So that's the little crazy combo that you can make. So you can do this to all of your Chandras to double that effect of the loyalty counters of them. I say, pretty cool card overall. Pretty cool, which I like a lot, and I really do like that a lot. And then the other one is pay 1 and pay 1, tap, discard a mountain card or a red card, draw a card. Pretty cool. So easy enough. If you have a card that you don't want to use, you draw, and you have to pay 1 mana. And yeah, pretty much that. Pretty much is that, which is cool. So yeah, that's it. Okay, now. So guys, that is pretty much it for my Chandra deck, or tribal, if people call that. I don't know what's, or mono red or whatever it is, but it's Chandra for me. This is a Chandra deck. It's really nice. So I really like this. Been having a lot of fun with this, and you know, my verdicts is that, you know, Magic is making me, you know, makes me have fun in the area, and you know, being you know, not like Yu-Gi-Oh! That right now, oh, you need hand traps, oh, you need floodgates, you need the most expensive, you know, combo decks or whatever. Like right now, Magic is at like my, you know, comfort zone, right in my comfort zone, being relaxed, playing with friends. I do still love playing Yu-Gi-Oh, but you know, until they fix all their problems, Magic has done a terrific job of entertaining me, and this did entertain me a lot, which is great. Love it, love it, love it. Oh yeah. So guys, before we finish the video, I would like to tell you this. Pyromancer does play the Digimon card game. Would you like me to show some Digimon content in the channel? Let me know in the comments down below if you would like to see that. I actually even asked him, hey, can you give me some of the structure decks you have to deck profile or whatever? And we'll see. As long as if I get them, and you guys want to see that, I'll show it to you. Yeah. But guys, that's it for the video. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, you can comment down below, like, comment, subscribe, and share this with your friends, share it with your grandpa, share it with your dog. I don't know why I'm saying that. Whoever you want to share it, so you can have fun and know about, you know, any card games to grow with it. To do that, click that little notification button bell down below, so you can always be informed for new videos and what's not. And that's pretty much it. So if you didn't like this video, there's the door and there's the window. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.